What's up everyone, Josh here and welcome to another video. And man, it feels good to be back in the saddle doing some guitar stuff with y'all. I took a little bit of a break to record the audiobook that I mentioned in my last video, more on that later, but today we're diving back into this world and having some fun because I missed it and I miss y'all. Well, good timing as it were, because PolyChrome DSP just released their latest plugin, the Nutcracker. And based on the advertising and what I've seen so far, this is meant to be a heavy machine. So we'll see how it does here. We've got the 7-string out and drop A today, so we're gonna have some fun. Here's the plugin open front and center. This is the initial preset, the default setting. Holy sh**, dude. All right, PolyChrome, I see what y'all are doing. Y'all are heavyweight boxers walking into the ring going, hey, nice to meet you. Boom! Left hook, lights out. And look at that, they don't even have any of the boosts engaged. None of the distortion pedals are on or drive pedals. This is all amp. So let's check out their gain. Boom. 69, baby. Yeah, what else would it be on the Nutcracker, right? Okay, yeah, so the gain's at 69%. Let's see what happens when we move this up. Listen to how it tightens up. Listen to how it tightens up when I go down a little bit here. That is really cool. So the way that they build this gain, it sounds like there's a real sweet spot right in here where it politely knows when to tighten up, which I really like, because normally we use a boost or something on the front of an amp like this to do that, but this can kind of do it. Got our EQ settings here. There is a low and high mid option, which is cool. You could probably crank those up a little bit and get some more honk out of it. Ultra tight, so this is going to tighten up some of those low strings. So without it, we have, and then with it, yeah, that is pretty cool. And some people might gripe that it's not a customizable setting or a dial, but I like that I can just hit a damn switch and it does what it's supposed to. And it doesn't just have to be on the lower strings that you use that. If you want a little bit of a tighter sound, even with your normal rock and roll stuff, you could flip this on. So that is pretty darn cool. Moving on, we have the supercut. All right, so if you want to do your lo-fi metal intros, that's all you gotta do. And you could map that to like a MIDI pedal and use that on and off. You know, that would be really fun. You have tube H here, so old tube. And then the new tube. Not an earth-shattering difference, but I can hear a little bit more unruliness in the old tube, and I kind of like that sound. All right, compressor down here with simple controls, love that. You got a storm drive here, which is going to be more of your precision type drive with the low and high pass filters on it, so that's cool. You have a regular old boost here, and I'm just curious with the boost what that sounds like. Yeah, pretty dang good, and we don't even have to put much on there to get it to do what we're after because the amp is so well voiced already. Then you have a drive pedal here, so this is where you could really get fun. Let's hear everything at noon. Nice and gravelly, and you know, if you turn this drive up and the level up, oh baby, oh my goodness. You turn the drive up and the tone up, you could probably get some good chainsaw tones out of it. Oh man, okay. Just going out of control on that. But you can do that if you want and almost get kind of that fuzzy, gravelly chainsaw type sound out of it. I'm happy with the amp, probably right about here. Seems to be the sweet spot. And then, you know, with that ultra tight on, and I'm pretty dang happy. Yeah, I'm good with that. So anyway, moving on to the speakers. Let's see here. We've got 10 different speaker chain options. So let's hear number one. That's gnarly, that one there. I like that one. Let's go to 8. That's real bright. And then of course you could load your own IR. So you right mouse click, you could load your own IR in there if you want to. What's really cool here is that you also have these resonance and air controls that we've seen in the Nunchuck. And then you have a room control. So widen it up a little bit, get a little bit of room sound in there if you want it to be real massive. I do dig that. That is really cool. And then you have some low and high pass filter options, which are so important. I mean, these speakers sound great, but if you need to, you can adjust those settings here. So this might save you some time in the EQ section of your recordings. You can access all the controls from here, which is cool. Let's go to, whoa. I didn't know what this was. But damn, okay. Speaker voice. So look at all of these frequencies, dude. Holy moly. Everything from 20 to 20. So this is where you could have some fun. Let's say you want to really get some chunkiness here. I'll let you boost some of these up. Holy moly. That is really something. And then you double click them to go back down. That's cool. I like how they have the 1 1/4, you know, 1.5, 1.6 here, because this area here is where you're going to get the most dramatic shift. Scoop it a little bit or something, you can. Woo! Spicy. 4K. That's your fizz frequency. That's cool. And then. Okay, so you can bypass this if you want to, and then this must be like an undo or something. Oh, that, okay. So that is so cool. This resets all of them. So let's say you're messing around and you're doing your thing. Instead of having to do it one by one, you can just click this and boom, everything goes back to PolyChrome. Shout out for that, because that makes me a lot less afraid to tweak with stuff. Dude, have you ever seen this much control for the speaker section on an amp sim before? I haven't. I love this. Whoa. So let's move on to the EQ section here. More EQ, right? We just looked at a bunch, but hey, more of it. So here's the shape EQ, and this is cool. This is kind of what we saw in the Nunchuck here. Then you have your mastering EQ, which is a little more broad stroke. So let's say you want to dial in a little more something right here. You know, there's something about this format that works really well for me. Since using them with PolyChrome, I've actually found it to be a lot easier and make more sense to my ears. So that's just me. Then we have delay and reverb. So this looks like what they had basically in the Nunchuck here. Let's hear some delay. All right, so as you can hear, the delay is pretty prominent while we're playing. You know, it's pretty in your face. Well, the ducking control on this takes care of that, and you don't need much. So you just turn this up a little bit and then listen. Maybe a little more. So it backs off that delay a little bit until you're done playing, and that's cool. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see. You can take it off the sync and then have your milliseconds. So I'll put it where I normally do. Wow, dang, we can go up to all 2,500. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, we can get real ambient there, baby. But I like mine. Normally the 500 is like right here, but on here it's way down here, so that's cool. All right, so standard Pong or wide. I like the Pong myself. Turn on the reverb here. It sounds really good how it is, in my opinion. I think between that and the room control on your speaker cab. Yeah, so this is cool. I really like this room control. Good call on that one, PolyChrome. All right, let's talk about some of the features up front that have kind of been standardized in the PolyChrome world, which I'm really happy about and love. So for instance, here's the wide setting. This takes us from this to this. Really nice kind of warm hug of stereo sound. I dig that. Then you've got the hypertune here. So you can pitch your guitar. I might not be down here all the time, but maybe up here just to tune up or down on the fly. And the hypertune engine is really, really well dialed in. They've done such a good job with that. You can get it as a standalone if you want to use it in the studio. Then the presets, and we've got a theme, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of nuts going on, a lot of balls, a lot of all that stuff. So here's one they've got called Beautiful Lead Nuts. Well, let's hear how that one sounds. Yeah, I love that. Nice and warm. Obviously, we've checked out a lot of dirty stuff, for lack of a better term. Let's listen to how it sounds on the clean. So this one's called Acoustic Magic Nuts. Beautiful. I like that. And fittingly, the next one is called Beautiful Nuts. Moving on, you have your input control, you have a gate here, you have the spread option. Sounds like I'm talking about football. Spread option. Let's go back to this one real quick and just hear if we can kind of hear how this... Get off the single coil there. Compression here. So I believe that's a post compressor. If you need it, this is really handy in the studio situation. And then of course your master output control. Down here you have your MIDI options. You have a tuner that works really well. And I like that you can hear just the dry signal, or you can mute everything completely. So that's cool. Really, really awesome stuff here. So in a world of monster high gain guitar plugins, and there's a lot of them out there, what makes the Nutcracker stand out for me? Well, the first thing is the company behind it. PolyChrome DSP has fully embraced the qualities that make them so unique as a guitar plugin manufacturer. It's not just another, rectifier clone, or it's not trying to be a one-to-one of anything in particular. No, they're saying, no, we're taking full advantage of the fact that we are creating these digital products that we can totally make unique, fun, and have features that you maybe never thought possible, right? So I love to see the innovation. It's great stuff. The second thing is just how well this amp is voiced. Everything from the gain to the cool switches on the end there, like the supercut and all that, So to get that lo-fi effect, it takes a lot in the studio. But on this, they said, oh, you want that? Just hit a button. Cool. It works, right? So that and all of the last thing is just how complete the suite really is. I think this could really be a great solution for your heavy rhythm stuff, especially on the lower strings, when you get into the 7, 8, and maybe even 9 string craziness of it all. This plugin is made to make life easy, not only in the studio, but if you did play it in a live situation and you hooked up your MIDI stuff to it or whatever. I mean, why wouldn't you? It sounds amazing. So really great stuff from PolyChrome DSP, in my opinion. Another strong swing of the bat, and I can't wait to see what they come up with next. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you dig what you see, and we'll do some more of it. Until the next one, be blessed, and we'll see you later.